Okay, I better just get into it. I haven't filmed for a while, so I feel a little bit awkward right now. But anyways, I actually have a really exciting video for me today. My sister actually went out and she wanted to buy like some cheap men's fragrances for us to review. I had no idea what she would come home with, so I thought I would just kind of review them on here right now and share with you guys what I think of these fragrances. This is not like a top 10 list or anything. I'll just count how many I have. I have 7 fragrances here. And they are all under $40, and I didn't mean to do that. It's just all of these are really affordable brands, and yeah, they're all under $40 Australian. I'm assuming if you're anywhere else in the world it'll be even cheaper. So let's just get into it. There's some really weird fragrances here that I've never really heard of, or I don't know. So yeah, this is not going to be a video of me going, I love it, oh my god, this is amazing. This is going to be a bit of a brutally honest video because some of them I absolutely hate. So the first one that we have here, can't say I'm a fan of this bottle. I really don't like tacky stuff, and I find this to be, yeah, the fragrance, I'm just going to pull up the notes. It's kind of fruity, musky, green. Let me just get up the notes for you guys. Okay, so this one is called To Be Exotic Jungle. It's a really lame name, but anyway, by the brand Police. And the notes are apple, musk, yeah, definitely. It's got like a fruity, woody, musky smell. Rose, cedar, sandalwood. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I really do not like this fragrance. It smells synthetic, and I feel like the notes don't really go that well together for some reason. Like there's kind of like a weird off-putting scent in there. So yes, Police, Exotic Jungle, or whatever, I do not like. I'm not the biggest fan of this one, but apparently Police is quite a good brand. If you want like something affordable, it's supposedly quite good. So the next one, I actually cannot believe I am holding this fragrance right now. This is from David Beckham. Not because I don't love David Beckham. I freaking love David Beckham, but I don't find his fragrances to be that appealing. I don't think that his fragrances are good quality or they really have any gems, but this one, I hate to say it, but I do like the smell of this fragrance. And it's called Beyond Forever. Really lame names as well. Like I feel like cheap fragrances, like why call it something so Beyond Forever? Exotic Night, like they're very weird names. But anyways, all of these fragrances, I'm gonna be honest, have quite a synthetic, cheap sort of smell to them. But I wanted to incorporate and do something different. And this is actually fun for me to go and sniff, you know, cheap fragrances and fragrances under a certain price, because it's actually really interesting for me. And I do like to do it. And if I can find something that, you know, you can just throw on and wear and it's very affordable, then why not? So this one has vetiver, which I love vetiver. And I think that that's what I'm loving in this fragrance. Vetiver, bergamot, violet, leather, nutmeg. It's beautiful. It's kind of got a little bit of a nuttiness to it. I actually really love the scent. I can't say that enough. This probably would have terrible longevity because I'm assuming all of his fragrances would not last. I just have this feeling that their fragrances, like David Beckham fragrances and a lot of affordable fragrances, don't really last that long. But just going off the scent alone, I really like this. It actually reminds me of when I went to New York for the first time. And I stayed in this hotel in Times Square called the Citizen M. And this smells like their lobby. Like it was kind of like spicy, fresh, woody. Like it was a really amazing scent in that hotel. But anyways, so the next one that we have here is in a very unusual little bottle. I've never seen a bottle like this, and I'm not the biggest fan of like the theatrics of these sort of things, like the, you know, anyways, the fragrance is actually quite nice. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, that smells freaking good. Okay, so this one is from Hollister, and the fragrance is called Festival Night. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it smells synthetic, but it actually smells real good. Like, if I caught a whiff of this, I would definitely be, I'm not gonna say turning my head, but I'm definitely be interested in this fragrance because it's kind of sweet. I'm gonna read the notes. Yeah, oh, there we go. Tonka bean. Of course, I love most fragrances that feature tonka bean, and this is a tonka bean dream with bergamot, musk, apple, and black pepper. I definitely get some apple, sweet, creamy, musky, fruity. Oh my god, I reckon this could easily be unisex, and if you like fragrances like Jean Paul Gaultier Ultra Male, sorry, in the same color, you will love this fragrance. Now, I'm actually not even exaggerating. This is good. This is a good fragrance if you want something cheap. Do not expect it to smell like a natural fragrance oils and be really like, just don't expect that. But if you like your playful scents, if you like your sweet scents, and you like your party fragrances like Versace Eros and Jean Paul Gaultier Ultra Male, you will really like this one. And I'm not even exaggerating, because I'm going to be harsh in this list. I really don't like a lot of them, but I like this one. So Hollister Festival Night in a little bottle with the twist cap. My sister actually brought this to my attention. I had no idea who this brand was, anything about it, if I'm being honest. But she went and, I don't know, she just had this spontaneous idea that she wanted to go and get fragrances, and because she wants to review a few with me. And she was like, Demi, have you heard of this brand called Roberto Vizzari? And I was like, Roberto Cavalli? And she was like, no, Roberto Vizzari. And I was like, no, I've never heard of them. So anyway, she came home with these fragrances, and look at that packaging for an under $40 fragrance. Like, look at this beautiful bottle with a magnetic cap. And I was so surprised, and the fragrances are fantastic. This is one of the newer lines from Roberto Vizzari, I believe. Honestly, guys, like, not sponsored whatsoever. My sister literally bought the fragrances, and yeah, I was very, very, very shocked with the quality of these fragrances. I'm not going to say that they smell high-end or designer or niche, but they're definitely a good quality, cheap fragrance, like, definitely. Like, David Beckham is your, like, lowest of the low. But this is kind of up there with like the Abercrombie and stuff like that, I would say. And I really like this fragrance. So I'm going to read out the notes of this one. If you like fragrances like L'Homme from Yves Saint Laurent, you will really love this one. So the notes in here, let me just get them up. The notes in here are grapefruit, violet, marine notes, lavender, clary sage, pepper, patchouli, musk, amber, and moss. So I would say you kind of get like a spicy, fresh, yeah, spicy, fresh, citrusy, peppery, aromatic. This fragrance surprised me a lot. This brand surprised me a lot. There's actually one that I wear myself from the brand now that my sister bought it, and I love it. So I was really, really, really shocked when I smelled these fragrances. So definitely check them out. Oh yeah, I could see this one totally being a unisex scent, but it's a little bit more masculine. It's kind of like, yeah, like Yves Saint Laurent L'Homme with a little bit more of an aromaticness to it. Roberto Vizzari Imperial, I definitely rate it. This one definitely does smell masculine, I'm not gonna lie. I was saying unisex, but now the more that I'm smelling it on the card, it's definitely a more masculine scent, and I really love it. Wow, that's good. Davidoff Cool Water. It is really nice, but like, you know, it's been around forever, and I think it was like 10 years before I was born this fragrance came out. So it is a good scent, I'm not gonna lie, it's a good scent. People think it smells like green Irish tweed. I don't really see the comparison too much with that, but it does smell good. And I really think that this is something that's worth owning, just as like a gym fragrance, or something that you just throw in your bag for the beach, just something like that. Davidoff Cool Water is a good fragrance. It's fresh, it's one of the first of its kind of. Yeah, I really like this one a lot. Okay, so next up we have another Roberto Vizzari fragrance, and this one is called Intenso. All of the fragrances that I'm talking about today will be listed down below if you guys are interested in any, but wow. Yeah, I really do like this one a lot. This one is definitely unisex. The previous Roberto Vizzari one maybe leans a little more masculine. This one's definitely like a straight in the middle unisex scent. Okay, so the top notes are bergamot, orange blossom, grapefruit. The middle notes are nutmeg, geranium, plum, and lavender. And the base notes are musk, amber, and tonka bean. So it's kind of like a sweet scent. You definitely get that sweet kind of bubblegummy sort of thing, and also a little bit of an aromaticness to it. But there's definitely like a real sweetness to this fragrance. I'm trying to think, maybe a little bit along the lines of Versace Eros. It definitely does remind me of Versace Eros. So if you like that fragrance, you will definitely like this one. I'd probably say this one is a little bit more aromatic and not as fresh, but it smells so good. So Roberto Vizzari Intenso, I do rate this one. I think it smells really, really, really good. Okay, and the final fragrance that we have is another David Beckham, and this one is called Classic Blue. So we bought like a ton of David Beckham fragrances, and I picked the two that I thought were okay. There's a ton more over there that I'm like not really a fan of. I think that they smell terrible. But I picked the two for this list that I think smell alright, and I do think that the classic blue does smell okay. I'm not going to say it's super sexy, but all of them kind of smell very similar to me. The notes in here are pineapple, violet leaf, apple, grapefruit, moss, geranium. To me, it's kind of like a fresh, citrusy, like an aquatic sort of scent with a little bit of a fruity touch. It's actually quite nice. I'm not gonna knock it. And if you can pick this up for a really affordable price, like why not? Anyways, I'm gonna go through the fragrances now quickly and tell you guys which ones I think are probably the best. I would definitely say if you guys like, you have to like Jean Paul Gaultier Ultra Male, and you will like this fragrance because it's sweet. Yeah, sweet, tonka bean, a little bit of a freshness. It's very sweet and playful. I see this as a clubbing scent, or if you're a guy who does really like your sweeter fragrances and you like to kind of be, you know, a little bit stand out, you know, you want to stand out. I feel like this is that sort of fragrance. Like this is not a subtle fragrance or like a gentleman fragrance. This is a party fragrance. So Festival Night by Hollister. I actually do think it smells really good. Wait for the dry down of these fragrances because I did try one of the female ones and the opening was horrible. The dry down was beautiful. So yeah. The next one that I really think is worth looking into is the Imperial from Roberto Vizzari. Also the other Roberto Vizzari, which is called Intenso. I have no idea about this brand, but I think the fragrances smell quite good. For the price that you're getting the fragrances for, they do smell quite high quality, and I really like the simplistic bottles. Like I'm more of a fan of these bottles than I am of like this bottle. So yeah, that'd probably be my top three from this video. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to go through some fragrances that my sister got, and it was interesting. You know, there's not a whole lot of the cheap fragrances like these ones that I was just showing you guys that I really love, but I just showed you the top three. Cool Water's also great, but I feel like it's just been around and probably most of you guys already own it or love it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.